Hello, friends, and welcome to Toon'd, where I review cartoons. No matter how new, no matter how old, no matter the cost. Well, that's not entirely true. I'm going to be doing more than just reviews now that Toon'd is back. But first, I'm going to have to clarify something and apologize. We are in the process of moving because our current house is falling apart. So, we are going through the process of getting a trailer fixed up on the grandparents' property so that we can move there and be safe and, stuff like that. But because of that, I do not have a set ready. And so for these next 3, 4, maybe even 5 episodes of Toon'd, now that it's back, and I'm going to be turning in pretty much monthly, pretty close, it's going to, I'm going to say, on the safe side, they're probably going to be all audio with visual accompaniment instead of looking at me. So these will probably be my highest rating episodes of Toon'd. Also, if I sound a little funny, I'm still fighting the tail end of a summer cold or flu or something. It's pretty nasty stuff. Anyway, on to the episode at hand. I am Josh the Fox Mills, as always. Welcome back to Toon'd. We've been gone quite a while. Now I'm back. Pretty much going to post monthly unless I come up with something else I really want to talk about. Anyway, there's been a rash of things coming up lately in the world of animation, and I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. Most of the time it seems like a bad thing. That is the world of reboots, reimaginings, remakes, whatever you want to call them. There have been plenty of things lately that have just not been good. However, in at least 2 cases I can think of off the bat, being the new DuckTales series, and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, it proves that remakes have their place and can be done well. So the real question for this episode is, when is it okay to make a reboot? When is it okay to rehash a series? To take a previous existing intellectual property and rework it? Well, the way I see it, a remake comes down to who's remaking it and why. In most cases, it's a shameless cash grab, where they don't really care about what they're making. They just want to use the brand name to try to make a quick buck. And as a result, since they don't put that much effort or care or love into the series that they're making, they wind up with an inferior product that shows they don't actually care. In a silly way, this is what happened to the reboot of Reboot that I talked about in a previous episode of Toon'd a long time ago. They cared nothing for the previous series. In this sequel series of Reboot, they cared nothing for the previous establishment, making Megabyte a complete joke of a character in favor of their new villain that they're throwing in, and pretty much throwing everything we knew about the world out the window so they could do their stupid VR Troopers wannabe kind of series. And it just was bad. Thundercats Roar, I still don't know what's going on with that one. I haven't heard anything since the initial announcement. It could be gone. The Netflix She-Ra series. I'm not sure they actually cared about the original series. In fact, I think they openly hated it and decided this was just an opportunity to push an agenda rather than make a quick buck or anything like that, which is another strike. If you're trying to use a pre-established character in order to push whatever ideals you have, it's probably a bad idea. Make your own original character for that. Jeez. So I gave a few examples of when not to make a reboot. What about when to make a reboot? I think it comes down to a few things. 1. Did you remember the series fondly? Did you love the series? Do you want to do anything to make the series good? Are you surrounded by like-minded people who also want to put in their best effort to actually make the series good? Are you basically trying to make the series again, but with better production values? That's basically what these good ones tend to be. Yet they also added something new. Not really taking much away, just adding. In the case of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, they added a lot of lessons. They added legitimate action, which was missing since the first generation of My Little Pony. And they continued to have the respect for the source material and the characters. It was a show meant for kids, but it didn't talk down to the kids like previous generations of My Little Pony had. Friendship is Magic felt like Generation 1, a return to greatness, just with modern sensibilities and production value. I think that's why it succeeded for 9 seasons. The new DuckTales added something interesting. Character and world development on a scale that not even the original DuckTales delivered. We know so much about the characters now in just 1.5 seasons that we never knew in the original series. Let's face it, apart from clothing choices, you couldn't tell Huey, Dewey, or Louie apart in the original series. Now, they have distinct personalities, and you could tell them apart just by listening to them. What they say, how they say it. But those are 2 really good examples on how you can do a reboot right. So, in conclusion, cash grab, bad. Political agenda, bad. Legitimately loving a series, wanting it to succeed, having a bunch of people around you who also want the same thing so that they can filter your bad ideas, because everyone has some. That's all good. That's how you can actually make a good reboot series. Making it about the fans. Making it about people, the audience, already pre-built in, that remembered the original. Making it about them is how you do it. I think making it about the fans and what they might enjoy is how you make a successful reboot. But if you're making it about you, where you want a quick cash grab, or you want to push a political agenda, or you want, if it's the creator making it about themselves, that's bad. If it's the creator trying to make something that others will enjoy, that's good. And the reason why I say you need like-minded people around you who also love the series is because you might be well-intentioned, you might have the best intentions, but you don't know what to do. I remember an interview with the guy who was making Thundercats Roar. He claimed he grew up with the original Thundercats. He loved the original Thundercats and decided he was going to make a cutesy, make this reboot a cutesy, joke-filled, not taking seriously joke version of the Thundercats. And to me, that doesn't sound like someone who respects a series. And so he needed people around him who also fondly remembered the series, who loved the series, wanted to make everything best of the series. So you go like, whoa, dude, what if we take it in a way that would actually be, not garbage? And I don't believe he had that. So, yeah. In conclusion, making it about yourself, bad. Making it about the fans, good. But make sure you also have a crew that also wants to do what's best for the fans too, in case you're misguided. That's about it. I think that's my take, on how to make a reboot series. Again, sorry about the visuals. We'll get things on track within the next couple months, I hope. I hope indeed. And then, but until then, this was Josh the Fox Mills, and I'm asking you, dear friends, until next time, stay tuned.